Warnings is a paranormal horror movie where the ghosts are getting more cardio than me and the script flip-flops back and forth between forced slang from the early 2000s and overly toxic relationships. Leave your toxic qualities out the door because it's enough here on this episode of Cinema Autopsy. I'm your movie mortician Kayla, and welcome to my channel and yet another episode of Cinema Autopsy. In this series we watch fictional horror content and study it like the old leftovers in the fridge. We figure out what makes us love it, hate it, or made us want the ghost to just tell us already. Today we jump into Warnings. This movie is a scant 80 minutes directed by Demetrius Navarro and released in 2019. It is now on Tubi, and fun fact, Demetrius Navarro acted in Friday and was also in the show ER for about 9 years. We open with a bird's eye view of a car driving along a winding mountain road, and we are already introduced to Marcus's and Grace's current relationship argument. So far we know that these two people, this couple, argued off screen and is still arguing about Marcus buying land and wanting to grow weed. Grace doesn't like it, but he thinks it's a good business opportunity. I love that they're creating drama and points of conflict this early on. I can tell by the shaky camera footage that there was a camera mounted on this car. And at this point, I was proven correct by a distinct shadow cast by the sun. It must have been really hot where they were shooting this because light wash jeans know no mercy. And then they covered the logo on her shoes quite obviously with tape. It was about a 10-second scene, but now I can't unsee the tape or the butt sweat. I know the struggle of butt sweat and thigh sweat, but nobody noticed, especially with her butt facing the camera, and it wouldn't have been hard to get shoes that didn't have logos on them, or filmed from a higher angle. The blocking was weird because of the small space, and a few minor adjustments could have fixed this right up, or at the very least made it a lot less obvious. Early on in this movie, they've already used yeah, dope, da bomb in dialogue, and now I'm just waiting for them to say tight and sick, and they would have collectively used all of the slang I used when I was in junior high in the early 2000s.
We're not there yet?
Homegirl, what is this emphasis? We're not there yet? No. We're not there yet? This isn't a rap, and there's no need to use pentameter. Anyway, we meet the other three characters, Dominic, Philip, and Leah. This is one of the problems with having a mounted camera and actually having your actors drive. The camera is so high, we get a good view of the review mirror and homegirl gets upstaged by an inanimate object. The chopsticks in her hair is a choice the costume designer went with. Very early 2000s and maybe a little bit racist. All of the dialogue doesn't sound natural throughout the whole movie. It's like me in every social situation, dry and unnatural.
Thank you so much for coming. And thank you for giving my girl a ride.
Of course.
Me trying to be part of the group. Good thing the cap was on. We start seeing ghosts at this point in the movie. So far, the pacing of the plot has been pretty quick. It is only 80 minutes, so I'm glad they're getting straight to the point. And since the ghosts are supposed to be warning them of a serial killer, they would need ample time to figure out what the ghosts want, who the serial killer is, and then how to get away or stop him. For a low-budget movie, estimated about $250K, I haven't seen super obvious product placement or brand placement. The brands I've seen were Ring, Corona, and HGTV. So Leah is a psychic. I assumed that when we first met her with Dominic and Philip and they got lost and she had a feeling of the direction they should go, and they ended up at the house. But now it's explained more in her dreams. They use a lot of real life effects, I guess would be the only way to say it. Like, they didn't edit the ghosts in or mask them out. The actors playing the ghosts just kind of ran out of screen and you could see them do it. There isn't anything wrong with it, but it does make it less scary because you can see where the ghost is versus the fear of the unknown. Like, oh my god, where did the ghost go? It's gonna pop up. Things like that. Philip makes a real men comment to his boyfriend. Everybody laughs it off, but I hated it. So far, they've played hard into stereotypes. Marcus talks like he's a 90s gangster rapper. Grace slips into aggressive Latina, and now gay Philip makes a joke that his boyfriend isn't a real man because he doesn't want to deal with rats. It sounds unnatural, and the comments and prejudice and stereotypes are damaging to communities. If the actors really spoke that way, it wouldn't seem so forced. At this point, I'm not convinced Philip isn't the serial killer with how aggressive he is towards his own boyfriend.
Pitting me, I would just never treat you like that with my friends, and you know it. I've been nothing but good to you.
Yeah, because you're so perfect. I know.
Hey, stay out of their business.
Shh. Be quiet. Can't hear.
And this is me every time someone's arguing within earshot, especially in my own house. If you didn't want anybody listening, why are you yelling? It's late night. Where the hell is she sleeping? Right next to the sun? Diffuse that light, honey.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't sleep, so I just thought I'd come up here into the wilderness. What's up, y'all? It's about 2 o'clock in the morning right now, and I can't sleep. So I thought I would just walk all the way out here into the wilderness.
Holy, read the same script, Batman. Here we see just a purse and a water bottle. And now, on the alleged same chair, we see the whole contents of her bag, including her duffel, but not her purse or the water bottle we saw from the previous scene. There's a continuity faux pas.
Are you sure he didn't leave? Is the car still here?
Yeah, I already checked. The car's outside.
When did you check, brother? You just asked where Dominic was, implying that you thought he was with them. This could have easily been fixed if Grace or Marcus said something like, I was just outside and I saw your car in the driveway. Philip has been aggressive towards Dominic this whole movie. And yes, Dominic was a little whiny, but I honestly can relate to what Dominic was going through. His boyfriend is acting like a frat boy with his friends, whom Dominic didn't know, and then is acting like Dominic is the asshole for being upset about it. I've been in that situation a few times, and it sucks. Philip was so against giving Dominic attention, he didn't even want to go look for him. When people are doing things to get attention from you, it means they aren't getting attention from you. That's what it boils down to. Now, if they want more attention than you want to give, you guys should reevaluate both of your needs in the relationship. But in this case, with Dominic and Philip, Philip is being a jerk. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now back to the regularly scheduled horror. We meet a security guard who tells them about 30 people went missing in the neighborhood over the years, and a woman and daughter who went missing from the exact house that Marcus just bought. The security guard also mentions a cult committing mass murder, but a kid from the cult was missing. And then so now Philip gives a big old shit about Dominic and where he is. What is that? Oh, what the? No. No. Okay. Where was I? Philip was a jerk. Dominic went missing. Philip was a jerk again. Oh, Philip finds the deceased Dominic and then gets got by the serial killer cultist. Marcus, Grace, and Leia see Philip splayed open on the front stoop like a macabre Christmas turkey and run back in the house. That's when they see that the tires of their cars are slashed. So, explain to me why this matters. Will you lose traction? Allegedly. Will I still get my ass in the car and Tokyo drift myself away from the situation? Yes. Will I care about messing up my car trying to get to safety? 0%. I need you to prove to me the car won't start. Like in Scream 4, Ghostface pulls fuses or wires from the engine. Okay, cool. I'll create your next booby traps in the house until the sun comes up. But anyway, the cold guy is killing... What the heck? Okay, that's better. So the cultist is killing everybody with a kitchen knife. Look, I know it can be scary, but if I had to get myself out of a situation against the person with a knife, I like my odds. The way my mental health is hanging on by a thread, I almost want someone to start something with me so I can get all this pent-up emotion out. Is it good? No. Is it going to be good for the person who steps to me? Also no. Leia is the only survivor, but the ghosts get their revenge at the end, so then there's the end of the movie. Well, that's all for this one. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Next week starts 12 days of Christmas carnage, so click that little bell icon so you'll be notified when those videos show up. Alright, have a good day.